Good morning. Good morning. All right, let's go ahead. This 6:15 in the morning. All right, there. Okay, connection is good. Let's go to. Where's my? Tell you what. Okay, there we go. Put that on there. Okay, let's see what we got going for today. I was looking through a couple of them. Been looking for something to pop up with some catalyst, you know. Save. All right. So all of that is good to go. Let's go ahead and get over here. All right. So today is the 7th, uh, 7th of May. Here we have the says FOMC meeting, 2-day meeting, May 6th and May 7th press conference. Don't really no news on any specific speakers. TOVX popped up. It's one that I saw, but TOVX, let's go look at the news. Last news on this was April 10th, 2025. So no news for today. So during pre-market, I'm not looking to trade something like this. If you are, no catalyst. It has a little bit of range, went from $2 up to 241. You can already see the wicks. Even though it may push or whatnot, it just doesn't have that catalyst, right? I want to be trading, especially in pre-market. I want to be trading something with catalyst. Okay, so TOVX is up there. It's got almost 4 million shares traded on it. And really, even if it makes levels or whatnot, it's like, okay, do those levels even matter without a catalyst? All right, let's go and look around and see if we can find any news. There isn't any on NASDAQ yet. Let's go TOVX. TOVX news. It's out of Rockville, Maryland. All right, so 17 minutes ago, they announced primary endpoints for efficacy and safety achieved by this clinical whatever, right? That was 17 minutes ago. Chemotherapy had increased overall survival, progression in patients. So it does have something for metastatic pancreatic cancer. Okay. So let's see what it's talking about. It's up 69% right now. It's reached this high of 257 earlier. So we got this high here that could be tested. We have another level here. Point of control right now is at the 231s. So let's see what this thing can do. Got this little pump down here, 209. I want to see if we can test that level up there. 70%. More volume coming in. Oh, right. Forgot about that. Cancel. So it does have a little bit of news on it. Looking for it to, it came up here to this 241. Oh, let me get my other charts uncovered. I'm out here trading blind, but it does look good. Pancreatic. Okay, so point of control 231. We have a high here of 245. 5. I'm going to take that, looking for it to move higher. Got 50 shares in there. Looking for it to move on up if it can. Adding in there a little bit. Can we get that 250 break? 4 million shares traded. Right now we have a low down here. I'll say of $2. So about a 40-cent risk right now for it to hold up. Let me go ahead and get ready for that. So the new candle opening up there. I will be out down here if it breaks down too, for sure. 5 million shares traded on it. $35's back up. Looking for any dips to add. I am showing this, right? Oh yeah, I am showing this. Okay. All right, so back at the point of control. Where is a dip gonna go? I got 60 shares. And continue to hold up here. Previous low was 220. Can we get another break? Can I add into something? 237. Add it for the tap of that top. Come on. 85 shares in now. Looking for it to continue to break over that 90 shares in now. Looking for it to stay above 2. Average is 240 right now. Looking for the break of this top. Okay. Another little pullback. Testing again. I'm going to go ahead and add some in there. Looking for the break. 100 shares in. Are we going to get that break? Okay. Very small little swat up there. It's got catalysts. So let me see if this thing wants to make a move up. $5 million shares traded so far. Other hold up. Can they give us a little bit of a dip and then try to get back up to that 240 level? Or is it just going to go? It's above the point of control right now, tapping up again. Can we see 40s, 41s? Nope. Okay, pushing down a little bit. Back a little bit. Okay. We test up again. Over this 240, I'll add almost 6 million shares traded. Another low being created above this 220, but letting it pull back on the one. Starts to get over this 237. I'm interested again. Adding right there, 237, 238, 120. Looking for it to break that level. Yep. Adding there. Go ahead, push. Push, big boy. So we got this little explosion candle here, 226. There we go. So I got 130 shares. It's going up there. Let's see if we can actually get through there. Testing up there, just letting it test real quick. Nice bullish action down here. Let's see what it wants to do. Coming back into this level. Holding up 40s. See a little dip back down. If it goes back green, I'm gonna add a little bit. Pulling up that point of control there. Show me a little green, I'll add. Big dip down. Can we see 35s back up there? 33, 34, 36. Okay. Add just a little bit there, 140 in. So we got this level up here that has been previously tested. Got 6 million shares traded. Let's see how this thing holds here. So definitely a level here that's been holding. Below the 2, I'm just going to cut and get on down. Back over this indecision level, this 240 level is what I want to see it hold. But it is red on the 5 right now, green on the 15. Let's see if it comes down some more. 229. Bit of green back over this 240 level. I add again. 235. Okay. Can we see some more green pushing towards that level? 15-minute. Come on, hold, buddy. Do a little wick up there. Okay. Can we get over that? Can we get back to those 40s? 35. Can I see 38? Okay, trying to get there. 10 cents away from 38 now. Okay, so a couple of reds in here, 220, 238, whatever. Coming down here, 219. Can we get the back over 225s? 222. 223. Let's see 225 on the ask. There's 225. Added 225. Okay, coming back up to that point of control, 230. All right, giving it some time here. Okay, held up there. Can we get back over this 229 now is the question. 229. $227, $228. Adding for that 229 break is what I'm looking for. 228. Come on, 229s. You know you want to. Mm, 225s again, sitting on it. Opening new candle. $0.18 away from $2. See if we can pull back over 220s. 220. Wait for this candle to close. See how it closes. There's a little pop in there. Okay, 220. Got about a couple seconds left. Well, we want to revisit it at 250 level. So let's see if we can get these 220s. 220 pulling back up. There's a new candle. Can we get back over 225? $21. Can we see 21? 23. Can we see 24? Okay, we'll pull back there. I'm gonna go ahead and get in there. $209 shares in. All right, so my average is at 235 now. We're right there. Adding, I got 221 shares. All right, let's let it play. 221. So basically risking 35 cents on this, which would be what? 235. Or no, 35 cents times 221. Ooh, no, absolutely not. 35 cents times 221. 77 bucks. Okay. So looking for it to retest these levels and move up. It's up 67%. Back in that point of control. It's traded in here before. It's got a little bit of catalyst with 7 million shares traded. Had this explosion up, come down, explosion up, come down. Right now on the 5, it is green. On the wait a minute. On the 5 it's green. Well, it's kind of in the indecision right now on 5, but on the, and I think some more shares just got filled for me. Yeah. 227 now is what I got. But looking for this point of control to get tested. Get up to leave this range. Previously pushed into level was up here at the 240s. So let's see if it can get back up to the 235, which is 5 cents away, and break these little highs of 233. New candle opening up there. We're still green on the 5. 5 minute is now the out of 2. It's like 205, looks like a little bit. But either way it goes, I'm going to be looking to reduce the risk going forward. Can we get back over the 30s and start to hold? But either way it goes, overall, I got about 77 bucks there, down to the 2. So another time holding under this. Can we get that break of these 33s? That'd be 2 cents away from profit. Start moving this point of control up. That's what I want to see. There's 32. So I'm now down 9 bucks. Can we get that break? Looking for it to get back over 41. $35. If it can just start trading bodies up here, that's what I want to see. So another test up here to this level, the 241. Okay, 245s. Now I'm going to go ahead and move my stop up. So here, 216, I don't want to see it back below this. So 216 is going to cut down what? Let's see what that's going to be. 216. Let's just say 215 minus, or 235 minus 215. It's going to be 20 cents there. I want to see it fight above this level. Don't come back down here to 216. $0.20 on 227 shares. Let's look at what that is. So 20 cents times 277. It's going to be about 50 bucks of risk there. For it to, if it comes back down here, it'll be 50 bucks. I want to see it start to get out of this level though. But 50 bucks of risk on the table, 55 bucks. Still just kind of doing this thing up there, trying to break over that 240. And we start getting the 250s and all that good stuff. $8 million shares traded on it right now. I just want to see it continue this upward pattern. But again, it's getting blocked here at 235. Maybe it needs to consolidate a little bit or something. I don't know. But we definitely mapped this range out here, seeing where that resistance was. Almost 10 million shares traded on it. Again, getting stopped at that 237. See this candle close. It's still green on the 5, but it's just not giving that explosive push over the 40s, 240s. Can we get back in this level up here? 241. Very small little pops up there. Couple seconds, this is gonna close. Okay, opening up there. There we go. A little bit of push. There's that. Can we start pushing this 250 though? Okay. There. Okay, so now my low, my out is 240. So now this is almost no risk. Let's see if it can continue to push though. I want to see it consolidate up here. Don't want to see it just slam down. But yeah, at this point, we're going to jump up to the 220s as an out. And that'll be risking whatever that is. 220. So my risk is 33 bucks. Okay, so if I stop out down here 222, that's 33 bucks, which is great with me. But let's go ahead and start getting ready to peel off here if it doesn't want to consolidate up here. But I do like this explosive candle. Don't know where it can go from here, but okay. Giving it time, it is now looking pretty good for a continued push. All right, so let's get ready to pop off some profits here. So we got a level here of 273, and then the next level up there, 287. Come on, get that 75 up there. You know you want it. There we go. Can we get the 70s to hold? I'm starting to sell a little bit here. I wanted to see those 70s get that push. 76, 207. Taking a little bit here. I don't like this slowdown at the 70. Okay. Reducing my risk as well up here to the top side. So now I got 187. Okay, got a little feel there. It's still above this little explosive candle, but yeah, I'm just selling the tops, looking for it to hold if it can. See if it can get that set 65 up there. So starting to hold that 250 level. Can we hold 250 is the question. So right now, looking okay. Just took a little bit off the top. Can we get back over the 60s is the question, bro. Come on. Those 60s up there. Scare somebody. Okay, so we held up. So this bottom is 251. All right. So let's get ready to sell some tops here. 265. Can we hold 265? Okay. Not liking that too much. Let's see if it'll pop back up over 260s. Come on, 260, 261s. Can we see over 60? Don't like that slowdown there. 10 million shares on board now. Can we see 261? I'm going to be selling the top of this, what, 262? Come on, 262 on the ask. See it? Okay. Sell a little bit there. 262s, take a little bit off. It's not giving me the motion that I desire. Reducing my risk more. Not getting filled though. If it does pop back up, my limit orders are up there. If it pops back to 60. It's 250 getting hard tested right here. Oh, okay. Feel me some right there on that little pop up. Let's see 50s now. We still sitting out there. The order's still sitting out there. See 60s come up, man. Come on, buddy. Okay. So we're still up here, but we definitely, let's see if it'll pop and fill some more orders. Back up to 60. Not seeing it. Don't like that. Red on the 5-minute, could not get past that 250 strong. Okay, so new bottom being created here at 238. That's going to be a new point that I'm looking at. Right now, the point of control is at 234. So can we get that up? I'm looking. Letting this thing close. Looking to get out some more if it's not going to be acting like I want it to act here. I thought it was just going to get ready to get up and go, but let's see if we can get some green, get some sales out. Yeah, definitely testing down quite hard there. More volume coming in over the point of control. So let's see if we can see a pop back over 240. But right now, I'm definitely trying to be out at 220 for sure. This thing is tripping a little bit. Come on, what? Hold up. Give me my, okay, there we go. Couldn't see for a minute there. All right, so let's see. So this is my new bottom. This 234, this point of control where the majority of trades was had. I want to see it rise above this level. And if it can't, I'm thinking that's pretty much break even. So I took a little bit of profit. But yeah, I don't want to lose everything if it starts to really scoop down. It needs to start trading above 240 to make this a fun game again. Okay. Can we hold to? No. All right. So let's get ready for the 220. $0.10 away from my stop out. Gotta hold those 35s. Okay, it's multiple candles down. Can it start getting back over the 238s, or is this just gonna grind downward? I see more volume coming in below the point of control, which is not good. Let's see. You out there 228. Okay, so let's play 228 then. Start bringing it up. What you gonna do from here, buddy? Low right now, 228. So all out right there, 228. It can't push back up here, back over this level, 240. I don't even want to play with it. It doesn't want to hop up. $11 million shares traded. Okay, yep, 228. So if it defeats this candle, I'm like, okay, all right, you're a little wily going to the downside. A little wily. 29. Sell. So it just tapped at 228. I don't know if it's going to break it. But I'm looking to throw sales out down there if it can't get the 33s up here. Yeah. Looking a little weak there. Yep. Go ahead and kill some of it. 10 shares left. Touch that 228, just holding a little bit, but that's okay. Saw 228 and I killed that. So just want to keep the loss very small if I can. I want to see it moving up, but it is not anymore. Coming into some consolidation. Yep. Okay. You want to play like that? All right, buddy. We see ya. 5 shares left. Just decreasing my risk at this point. Thought it could do better, but whatever. $225s. It's almost to that level of 223 that says it's going to stop out at first. Continues to push down. If I see 224, I'm going to go ahead and get on down. Red on the 5-minute, red on the 15. Yeah, that's not looking great. Go ahead and sell a little bit more. Come on now, sell me out. Two shares left. Came down here to this level, clipped it a little bit. It's not looking the greatest right there with 11 million shares traded. Yeah, I think this thing might just dump on me, to be honest. The way it's looking, I'm gonna go ahead and back out of this. It may dump. I'm not gonna play that game. I see PHIO popped up there with 2 million shares. Don't know if it has catalysts. Let's see. PHIO. What you got? 7 minutes ago, PHIO Pharmaceuticals announces positive pathology results in third cohort for skin cancer clinical trial. Okay. And then the only other one I see is GPUS. But yeah, these two are pretty much leading the way. TOVX still winning massively in the volume though. 11 million shares on board, and PHIO only 2 million shares on the board. So majority of people are watching this TV channel here of TOVX. If it goes back up, oh well. Like I said, I just want to get used to trading these pre-market moves. It's whatever. I'm gonna cut and do all of that. If it's just moving up, great. You know, it gets going on one of these and just runs up, you know, $2.87, $3, $4, whatever. But if it's showing me weakness, yeah, and especially across the board, like on the 5, well, this is what I'm looking at on my other screen. So the 5-minute, this was the 5-minute previously, nice red, and then on the 15-minute, nice red. So I'm like, I don't know if I wanna play that game right there. All right. But yeah, coming back up there to the 240s, coming back into this level again, but it's faced quite a bit of pushback coming towards the 240s multiple times. It may go, you know, it's opportunities, but I'm gonna manage the risk side of the opportunity, and then if it's going up, you know, take what I can what I take. But it's definitely getting some pops towards that 250 again. may be a top player on today with the amount of volume that it has, but we will see. Yesterday, oh boy, so me and Donnell, we was watching the stocks from yesterday. Oh my gosh, this KTT, was it KTTA? Whew, that thing. I traded this one during pre-market, and then during the day it went up to 379 and dropped all the way back down to $1, like in a minute. These are minute candles. So like, let's see, where was it? Right here. It halted down right here, opened up. I mean, it was insane droppage. And it was the same thing on Foxo. I believe it was Foxo. Let me see. Is that the right one? Foxo. Yep. So this one came down, tried to blast back up, and eventually came all the way back down to 95 cents from 238. Insane moves. And then Jeepus, I don't know what, I mean, not Jeepus, Areb did the same move as well yesterday. Areb. Oh. Right here. Came out on the open and just faded hard. Anyway, like I said, I cut this one. I just did not see the strength coming in there. I was up early this morning. I was up checking things out because the first stock that I actually got an alert for was MEGL this morning. And it did this pop 189, came up here to 251, and then went down. And so that was the first one that woke me up. I was like, huh? What's going on? So that went on down, but yeah, I just wasn't that interested in that one either. This one has a catalyst. The only problem is, let me see. It's moved down quite a bit on PHIO, but it's only up 20%. Like if you're a cheap stock, you need to be up, bro. Don't be playing. I want to see you with some motion. But yeah, this is how this little script that I made works. It goes like once I enter, it calculates whatever my risk is. So today I was using 33 bucks of risk, right? And basically as I'm adding, it just jumps up. It says, okay, well, you added, this is the amount of shares you have. This is how far it needs to go down to lose you this risk. And I could increase the risk, but I haven't been doing that. I just keep it at 33, and it only bounced down here once and then went up. But with the way it's trading, I just don't see it. Don't see it. Tried multiple times, and that's not to say it's not gonna go, but it just didn't go when I thought it was. So it's just managing risk on me being wrong instead of, you know, everybody being wrong. Maybe it's gonna push up or whatever, but yeah, I was wrong, so I just like cut it. Would have been great if it popped on through there though. 274 on up to 3 and on forward. That would be great, but I'm here to manage risk. PHIO now only down 17%, and this is one of the things that I have to stay away from. These types have lost me so much money when they're cheap and they're struggling to hold a high percentage gain. You know, that trifecta, or that I said trifecta, those variables like that lose me money every time. I see it down here, it's struggling to hold big gains, and then something like this happens. And now it's only up 11%, and I'm like holding this position. It's up only 11%. I'm like, please, somebody come and look at this stock. Please, somebody. But that's not the place I want to be. I want to see where the people are, and I want to see what has that percentage gain, especially if it's cheap, to make that move. But yeah, just out here managing risk. I rather, you know, I kind of like the pre-market trading because it's a little bit better for me because of how my work goes during the day. And it gives me a little bit of freedom later on in the day to not just be staring at the market. Now I am dividend shopping. I have my dividends pulled up and stuff. But oh, speaking of dividends, so me and Mike D, and whoever else was in the Discord. We were talking about this stock called XRX, right? XRX was one that I had called out a while back. I had been researching and whatever, and I actually entered this one at 436 down here. All right, and this thing is now, and 436 was last month on the 29th. Last month on the 29th when it was at 436, it did a little droppage, and now it is all the way up here at 541. So that position is doing very good. I just saw XRX and I'm like, this is worth more than $5. Why is this under $5? Is what I was asking myself. And so we went ahead and took that trade, and it's doing great. It does pay a dividend. It does do all of the little bells and whistles, but you know, great time there. Anyway, I get up. I'm trying to get up a little bit earlier to be here when Charles Schwab or when Thinkorswim starts trading, which is 6 o'clock. This is the 6 o'clock right here, and I didn't get the. I think when did that alert come through for TOVX? TOVX. I got that alert at 6:09. That's when I got the alert. So 6:09. So it's 6:02, 6:04, 6:05. Right up in here when it started to do this little breakout and come back down. I was seeing it, but the only problem is I didn't find any catalyst on it at that time. I was like, does this thing have catalyst? Does this thing have anything? Did have a little bit of catalyst, but I had to. At first, I looked over here on NASDAQ and I didn't see anything. I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm just missing something. But it did have this catalyst come out an hour ago. Therapeutics, whatever, endpoints, efficacy, safety, cancer patients. But this is also a clinical trial. So how much weight does that hold? It's a clinical trial and it's not in or to be clinical trial. Let's look at what that other one was. What was it? PHIO? Clinical trial. What was this one? Clinical trial as well. So this one is skin cancer, but the only problem is they have close or similar news catalysts, but the volume overall is on TOVX. And TOVX coming back up to that 240 level. Again, with the point of control still sitting here at the 233s. And so, yeah, still just a small green day, but I mean, I'm learning. Just looking, and I'll be able to retake or whatnot these, but looks pretty good. Looks a little bullish, but we'll see. 77. It's almost 20 million shares traded on this thing. And a lot of times what it is when they pop on low volume, like they got like 1 million, 2 million shares, it's before everybody else crowds in. So with 20 million shares, what's going to happen? Like, are there people ready to sell it? You know, there are more eyes on it with 20 million shares, right? So let's see what it does around this 240 level. Pushing back into this range here. Had this previous high around the 250s. Is it going to stop again? More eyes on it. 240. A lot of people watching this TV channel. Looks like it's going to go. Let's see. Got a little double. Let's see. The high of this candle was, yeah, getting a little pop up there. So another one of those pops. Interesting. $258. Is it going to go ahead and get through this 260 level? Or is this going to be another time that it fails this level here, 250? Because I know for sure people have gotten a chance to enter, whether short or long, with 20 million shares up on the board. Yeah, back below 240. That's not gonna be looking good for this stock. Not gonna be looking good at all. Okay. We'll crack down. Yeah, 243 is very quick. Now it looks like it's just gonna be playing around here and not making a big move. Somebody's holding it down. Another time under this 250. What price did this start at? This started at 160. Dropped down all the way to 111, then popped back up. And I definitely wouldn't have been trying to trade that. Let's see. So this was 6 in the morning. Yeah. Definitely wouldn't have been trying to trade that, but over $2 is where I was like, oh, this thing's holding too. Let's see what's got going on over here. This thing may be able to give some range. But yeah, if you're continuing to trade it, definitely keep your head on a swivel, because there are some levels that have been made here in pre-market that seem to be holding very strongly. There it is, back under the 240s. Like I said, this is multiple times we getting crushed back here. So up here, it came up to 287, popped all the way down to 250, fell. Bundled up around this 240, popped up to 250, failed. Bundled up again, popped up 250, failed. Bundled up again, tried to get up, failed. Tried again. So we're seeing multiple failures here across the board on the 1 minute. On the 5 minute, let's go jump to the 5. So this is what it's looking like on the 5 minute. Okay, nice big red candle. It's a little bit clearer picture on 5 and then on the 15. But for pre-market, I'm looking to use that 1 minute. Intraday, I have a setup that I'm looking for on the 15 minute. So that's how that's going. So I don't miss the speed of these stocks in pre-market, because you know some of these things move so fast. It's like, man, I was waiting on the 15 minute, but it moved like $5 in 15 minutes. So it's like, yeah, I think I need to look a little bit lower. But I am keeping my other charts up so I can see everything around the board. But yeah, look at that. Look at that big old wick there. 21 million shares traded. Very thickly traded. It's gonna be hard for it to get up and do anything else. Let's pop over and look at the NQ real quick. NQ still huddling around this level. So we see, let's see. We again testing in this range between the 20,000 and that 19,850. It's been tested 6 times previously. It popped off of this level yesterday for some reason. Don't really know why, but came up here back to the 20,000s and has not. Oh, something just got added. Let's see. VIVS is a little one. Not really on the scale of TOVX yet. It's around the same price, but again, these ones that just pop up and go straight back down like this. Like, look at this. I don't want anything to do with that. Not being able to hold a percentage gain is very threatening to me. PHIO, same thing. Just not the kind of sugar that I want to be tasting, you know. All right, so TOVX, yeah, had opportunity, but couldn't get going, so left that one on the table. Plus, the other thing is the later I noticed during pre-market, the beginning of the week, the pre-markets are really hot, and then as the week progresses, pre-markets the catalyst gets weaker, and the it may have high volume, but the catalyst itself kind of, you got to kind of gauge it and say, okay, well, is this worth holding past, or holding longer or giving it more risk? Is it worth doing that? And so with these clinical trials here, it's like, I don't know. If it goes, great, but I'm not in a starving position. All I want to do is be able to capitalize on what's happening here in pre-market and get on down. I'm not really looking to kill myself in pre-market because I got other strategies for midday. So I'm like, I'm cool. I am coolio. But yeah, as we can see, it's starting to kind of really slow down in here after those couple of pops. And it has this bottom that has kind of been bounced around multiple times at the 225, which was where I was adding the first time because I kept seeing the point of control was here. I kept seeing volume come above that point of control, meaning that people are trading at higher prices. So I'm like, okay, well, let me just try with them. But no matter what, you could be with the people, but once that volume starts to dry up, it gets very easy to be manipulated by somebody with a big account. People are just sitting there holding, and if they, short a big position or make this thing wick down or something like that, it can definitely do some damage. Wick down, it'll pop right back up because they're covering. They're covering their position, doing a little of that hunting. But anyway, I like the opportunity that it gave. It did give me quite a bit. I did not get the fields up there. I had through limit orders, but they just didn't get filled up there. I took some out and I was like, dang, man, this thing won't fill me. So that's okay. Um, I probably take bigger chunks next time out and lock up more profit. But, you know, it's all the learning experience. At least I didn't lose my life out here. And the one thing I rather miss fields on the high side, miss money, than break my rules to the downside when it's going down and not stopping out. So if I'm on the highs trying to sell out and not getting filled, I'm like, okay, well, that happens. But if I'm on the low side and I've already put in a target, like I'm gonna stop out here. I want to stick to that. I want to be like, all right, touching that, let's get out. Let's get out. And that's what I was doing today, keeping myself from dying. But now it is below the point of control. A whole lot of volume has been traded around that 227. Let's see what it wants to do from here. Is it going to dump? Only up 66%. So with these cheaper ones, I really like them to stay above 50%. Hopefully it doesn't, kill itself, but 50% is like, you're $2. You should be up 100%, but you're only up, 66%. Okay. Now, if this thing was up 100%, I would, and it was pre-market, I would have a little bit more confidence that it was going to continue up. Simply because more people see 100%. More people see it. They just look over there. Oh my goodness, this thing's up 100%. They see it 50%. They're like, it's a work in progress. But 100% is like, everybody's here. Let's see what we can do in pre-market. Let's make this money early. But yeah, it is 7:15. We have looked around. If you guys are seeing anything that I may have missed or whatever, cool. I pretty much focus on, especially for pre-market, focus on low floats. So if there's a low float moving, those are what I'm looking at. I'm not really looking at anything that's above 20 million, above 10 million really. But yeah, I'm just looking for those low floats that have the capability of giving, 20, 30 cents. I'm not really looking to get caught in a chop factory in pre-market. Anyway, coming back below that 225, and let's see what's happening here. NQ pretty much just sitting in the mid area, not really doing much. Jump over here. I don't know what really happened yesterday for that pop though from the NQ right at the close of the NQ. It closes at like 4:30 or 5 or something like that. It closed and it just right before it popped. I didn't really see any news for that though. Let me go back over here, see what they're talking about over here on the front page of Yahoo. Fed rate cuts, like Trump's tariffs, look to be on a 90-day pause. Oh my goodness, I can't even read. The delay gives the Fed room to breathe and permission to do nothing but watch. So Fed rate cuts. What? Wait, Fed rate cuts like Trump tariffs look to be on a 90-day. Oh, okay, both of these on a 90-day pause. Okay, I see. All right, so let's see. Disney beats on profit as streaming and parks shine. U.S.-Canada trade talks promise break in hostilities, not a deal. Okay, well, maybe the market's going to, we'll see if it reacts negatively to that, and maybe I'll be able to scoop up some more dividends. All right, let's see. Nova Nordics stock pops on weight loss drug. Okay, weight loss drug hopes. Okay. All right. I don't like hopes. Sales of Tesla's China-made EVs fall 6% as woes deepen. Okay. EU eyes tariffs on Boeing jets and in retaliation plan. Low-cost carriers hit hardest by trade war. Uber stock slides despite strong showing. Okay, so I want to just position myself to be scooping up dividends as much as possible. That's what I'm doing. So if I see things falling, things crumbling and all that good stuff, I'm going to be taking position, letting everybody else sweat. So speaking of dividends, what I'm looking for is things that have upcoming restructuring programs. I like that. Things that have been trading for 10 years or more. Things that have well, I have two different scanners. Some are looking for dividends that are paying like 2-4%, whatever. Then I have a high yield dividend scanner that's looking for things that are, a little bit higher yield, which I mean that's the name, right? And so I'm doing research. I want to see who's holding. I want to be in with holders that are notable because they protect their investments. If nobody notable is in the stock holding and I'm in the stock holding, I feel like I'm in a very, AREB just got added, but AREB is red on the day. I'm not worried about AREB. I feel like I am in a very desperate position. Now we talk about dividends and stocks and all that in the Discord more, talking about those different things. So if you want to be in a Discord, you can join there. But yeah, I do all of these call outs and I see these things. And even before I enter, when I'm actually researching, I put them in there and say, hey, y'all, have y'all looked at this? Have y'all seen this? Whatever. And then, if I'm gonna take an entry and start buying it up. So I really just want to aim for getting 500 shares of these things, but a lot of times I'm entering slowly. Sometimes they pop before I can get to that 500, like XRX. I mean, this thing was down there and I was just entering my little slow self into it, and all of a sudden it just started popping and it was back over 5, and I'm like, bro, come on, give me a break. But yeah, sometimes it happens like that. All right. Anyway, this one not looking so good. It's just kind of looking like it's in consolidation. Maybe it'll do like a flat top breakout on the open, but I'm not interested in that. I want to do pre-market trading. That's what I want to do. So I'm waking up. I'm gonna be up around 6, and if I see something, cool. If I don't, oh well. So 6 to but maybe like 7:30ish or something. I'm looking for a catalyst that's moving. Now, if something pops up after that, towards 8 o'clock, I mean, maybe that'll be some type of day trade or whatever if I don't see anything in pre-market. But I want to take advantage of these early moves because it definitely frees up time later on in the day, especially if I have the availability to be here, and then I can actually focus on other work during the day. Like whatever I need to do. But yeah, this one just kind of dried up on me. It would have stopped me out anyway coming back into this level, so it's whatever. Jeepus had an ATR high that it keeps hitting. ATR high of 556. You can see it hit it there, hit it there, hit it there, and there. So 4 times hitting that ATR on Jeepus and only up 17%. Now it is a higher price, so some of those higher price ones, getting above $5 that are kind of struggling, I'm a little bit more lenient, but it's got to have the catalyst. It's got to have a reason to push up. And we saw Jeepus plummet. When was that? Was that this day? It was yesterday. $6 down here to $4 and something, and now it's back up to 554. So it's just playing with people's heartstrings, and it doesn't really have the catalyst to compete with TOVX. So I'm thinking TOVX had shorts on top of it. It's got 23 million shares traded now. 23 million shares traded, and it just looks like consolidation, or it looks kind of like a bowl shape, actually, a bowl downward, kind of like a little curvature there. But now look at it, can't even hold up $2. I see another one popping up, but that's cheap. ZVSA is super cheap. I don't even know if it has a catalyst or whatnot. ZVSA. Zyversa Therapeutics. What do you got? 25 minutes ago, Zyversa unveils groundbreaking potential of inflammasome inhibitors. Potential. Oh boy. Well, if they go over there and mess with that potential, it may be bad for them. Okay, so this one is what I'm talking about. It's 79 cents, but that news catalyst is something that I would not be touching. Unveils groundbreaking potential of this inhibitor in combination with GLP-1 and agonists to address unmet medical needs of people living with obesity. Okay, so these are two things. Like, it's like, okay, so first, you're functioning on potential, and two, we're not prescribing exercise, we're prescribing a drug. So I don't know how well that's going to do, and it's only up 38 cents or 38%. So that is not what we like. That catalyst is death in a bottle. But yeah, TOVX just kind of fading off there. Oh well. GPUS doing the same thing, fading off. And so if ZVSA is going to be the thing that's going to be taking all the volume, if it gets over the volume of TOVX, if it gets 24 million here, let me show you the scans I'm looking at. So this is TOVX, 24 million, ZVSA with 22 million. If this becomes the leader on the day, I don't want anything to do with this. I'm good. This is sick. This is sick. Should not happen. But yeah, super cheap one. It is a low float, but that catalyst is killer. TOVX. That catalyst is killer. All right, well, I got about 7 minutes left on the stream. I'll circle around. If y'all have any questions or anything, definitely drop it into the I see Ghostwin was talking about ZVSA. Yeah. It's got, I don't know. I'm just, potential and all that. I'd rather them be like, well, we had, this theory, or nah, I wouldn't even trade that. I'd rather them have something like clinical trials or be testing on people or be past the point of like rats and rabbits and all of that stuff. Be able to be FDA approved to test on people, and then we can talk. But the potential, I don't know. It is diving though. ZBSA all the way back down to the ATR high there of the 68, and it's only up 23%. So with this being this cheap, only up 23%, nobody's going to be looking at it. Nobody's going to continue to trade this except people that don't know how to evaluate things. So that, I mean, maybe they'll be buying it up or something, but it ain't going to be me. I let them have that. And TOVX was the only one that I really was interested in today. Maybe it'll end up breaking down $2, but everything else during pre-market is dead for me. I'll take the risk and I'll accept the risk, but I don't want to be stupid. I'm cool. Put my money in the best situation that it can be in. Let it do its thing. Oi, 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 oi. NQ, what are you doing? You still holding above the 19,900s? Oh boy. Jeepus back up here again. So Jeepus is continuing to get trading as well, but it's one of those that can probably give some range. It has an ATR of 96, almost $1 per day. But it keeps coming up here and failing this. It's knocking through it now. So Jeepus coming on up and it's outperforming, looking like it's gonna be outperforming on lower volume than TOVX. So definitely getting some pump up on Jeepus. Let me see if it received any kind of news here to make this move. What's going on over here at Hyperscale Data? Press releases. Okay, so last news was 2 days ago. Hyperscale Data announced a preliminary $25 million in revenue for Q1 2025. Provides full year guidance of 115 to 125 million. So that one doesn't have catalyst, which is a no-no for pre-market trading, but it's outperforming things that do. So I'm like, we'll see about that. It's up 27%, but is it going to be a 20% struggler on the day? Is it going to make a little move and then come back down here and struggle to hold this 575 level? But it's pushing up though a little bit. Let's also look at the daily chart here on Jeepus. So it had a pretty big move on 5.55 on the 5th, Cinco de Mayo, and came up to 912, dropped all the way back down here to a low of 457, and now is up at 608. So really at the top side of this candle here, 608, 610 level is what it's doing right now. So still in the middle of this big old bar with no catalyst on the day. So if it outperforms everything, hey, nothing I can do there. It has low volume today. It has, only 3 million shares traded, but it's moving. So if you're going to continue trading, definitely keep your head on a swivel, because it is getting real on hump day. Don't allow, that midweek FOMO to get you killed. Trade that catalyst. Where that catalyst at? Anyway, I'm about to get ready to get on down. Appreciate you guys for tuning in for sure. I'm getting more and more into this whole pre-market thing. I'm gonna try to wake up a little earlier, get the stream going a little bit earlier, so I can be right there for when TOS allows the trading. And so I can capitalize on some of these early moves, and if it goes, it goes. But anyway. And the other thing is I want to be taking bigger chunks, because today I was up 75 something bucks. But I was looking for this thing to go ahead and push on up to 287. And it kind of stopped around there. I put my orders in there early. It filled on a couple of them, but it just was not getting me out of there as fast as I would like. And so, you know, I was like, okay, well, if you're gonna take back your profit, I'm not gonna let you take me red. But yeah, that one's now fading under $2, so that's a no-no for me. Going down too cheap, too cheap. And GPUS still gonna be here. So GPUS, VS or ZVSA, and that's pretty much all I see right now that are kind of got some upward momentum. You can see that volume coming on through there though, up there. Yep, TOVX has moved down to the cheaper menu now. And actually, yeah, ZVSA is above it. So now TOVX moved up here to the cheapskate. You know, once they get under $2, I'm like, yeah, you're not what I want to see. You're not what I want to believe in today. And if GPUS is going to struggle around the 20% level, that's a no trade. No trade on any of that stuff. Anyway, it is 7:30. I'm about to bug out. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We do have the Discord. I don't know if that link, the link was dropped in the chat. But that's where we continue conversations. If I see anything or whatever, I let you guys know in there when it comes to any trades during the day trades, dividends, crypto, whatever. That's where we do it. Anyway, that is it for me today. Appreciate you guys once again for tuning in. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Am I tripping? Peace. Okay, so that did not work. What is going on? Oh no. Wait, what's... Okay, let's do that one. Let's go.
What's the pattern? Is that real discernment? What am I really learning? Yeah. Pedal to metal, man, I'm churning. Fire all around, hesitating, now I'm burning. Somebody bring the ice. Market makers got the spice. Can I run away with my piece? This the wrong kind of pie, I'm getting geek. 1 minute chart, got my stomach feeling weak. I'm going need a move, cause this spot not feeling sweet. Speak to me nicely, need some lunch money for the week. Another day in market, I can feel the excitement. Moving me need a calm, don't input my plan on repeat. Move, 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 I gotta move. Risk, I got the fix, stop hunting. No sir, I need to be out anyway. Follow the rules to live another day. Trader, signing off again.